Let's continue with the test drive of Fusion 360. All right, now let's do a sketch up at the top. I'm going to collapse some of this stuff over here. Let's hit the plane, right mouse click, create sketch. And for this one, once again, let's throw in a point, and I'm going to put the point here. Let's put in our coincident point and then this. And let's also do the vertical constraint between this and the origin. And now let us put in our horizontal line. And that looks good. Hit the escape key. Let's try our dimension from this point to this line. And once again, it's going to be a value of 40. And let's put in our other coincidence. Let's do coincident from here to there. Let's undo that. Okay. After a little bit of struggle bus, I got the sketch. Let's hit the extrude tool. Once again, we will change from distance, or excuse me, from one side to symmetric. We'll do the whole length. This one will be a value of 40. Accidentally removed material again. Let's edit the feature and then change this to a join and hit the OK button. And so now we have our extrude for the top of the connecting rod. Let's put in some fillets. Here is the fillet command in the ribbon. If you go to the modify overflow, this is where you can get to the fillet command itself. Let's choose fillet, and I will pick an edge. And for the value, let's do 10. And I accidentally hit the enter key to complete it. Let's edit the feature. Now, this is an interesting situation where you will use the control key to pick multiple references to be driven by the same radius. And let's hit control and grab that one. And let me shift and middle mouse button to rotate, and then control and grab the fourth edge. So in that way, we are getting our 4 edges rounded. Here's a look at the dialog box for creating this feature. I will click the OK button. And now we have our fillets in the model. Let me go back to, let's do shift and middle mouse button, trying to just get to the front face. This part needs a couple of different holes. For locating the holes, I am going to need sketches on the particular surfaces. So let's create a new sketch on this surface. Select the surface and then create sketch. And we'll locate a point, create, and then point over here and finish the sketch. Now let's create another sketch on this surface. Select the surface, right mouse click, create sketch. And then let's go to create point, and it'll snap right into the center of the arc. Let's finish the sketch. Now that I've got my points, we can create a hole. And for the hole, we'll first select our face and then the point where we're going to locate it. For the kind of hole, right now this is a simple hole. That's what I want. And for the tap type, we want that as well. For the depth of it, instead of distance, I'm going to choose all so that it goes through everything. And this looks good. Let's click the OK button. So there we have our first hole. Let's repeat that. I'll create on this surface using this point. And once again, we'll change the distance to all. We'll leave the same values as before and click the OK button. So now we have all the geometry for our connecting rod. I'm going to expand the bodies folder. That all went into body 1. Let's create the sketch for our piston pin. So I will select the plane, right mouse click and create sketch. And for this one, I am going to create a circle. I'm just going to exaggerate. I'm going to make sure, just draw it off of the circle or the center of the hole. Let me hit the escape key. Then I'll throw in a coincident to make sure that this is coincident to that. Oops, let's hit the undo button. Now let's try an equal constraint for this and this. And now we have our sketch complete. Let's finish the sketch. We will now do an extrude and select the profile that we want to use. And for this one, let's change the direction to symmetric. And for the distance, let's make that 100. And right now it's set to join. I'm going to change this to a new body and then click the OK button. So now we have two different bodies in the model. I can select this body and then change its name. And body 1 is going to be for the connecting rod. Let's select body 2, and this one will be for the piston pin. And if I want to create individual components for these, well, we can then right click on the top line and we can choose create a new component. And we're creating a standard component. You could also choose sheet metal. Here we're doing these as internal components as opposed to external components. And we're going to choose from bodies. And then for the body, I will select the connecting rod and hit the OK button. So now we have a part for the connecting rod consisting of the body that I had made. Let's now right click and create a new component. Once again, we'll do it from bodies, and the body will be the piston pin in this particular situation, and click the OK button. So now I've got essentially two different components in here in the model. It is unsaved. I can hit the save button, and for saving it, right now for the location, well, I can create a brand new project. I'll call this my engine assembly, and then let's choose the engine assembly. For the name of it, this is going to be the engine con rod assembly, and then hit the save button. So there you can see some of the steps for creating the connecting rod and the piston pin inside of Fusion 360 compared to the way that I did it in Onshape a couple years ago. Check it out. I hope you enjoyed this video. For more information, please visit www.creowindshield.com. If you learned something from this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like this video, please click the subscribe button and ring the bell to be informed when new videos are uploaded. Thank you very much.